subscribe. Always, people. Always.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Tommy Casabona. Tommy, come on out.
That's it. Intro's in. How we sounding? How we doing? I am a little less than kempt right now. I'm wearing the shirt that I had on in the intro. How is everybody doing? Who am I seeing out there so far? I am seeing Sandy in the building. I'm seeing Daniel Fields here. I'm seeing Jeremy, I believe. I'm seeing Carol. What's going on, Carol? How are you? And here we are. We're going to do some cruise trivia as usual. Like I said, I feel a little less than kempt. It's been a wall-to-wall between trying to book some travel, trying to, get these cruise ship tours done, between recording a podcast. If you didn't know that, a podcast just dropped today. Lighting good, sounds good. Appreciate it. All systems go. Hey, girl. Hey, Carol in the building. What's new, guys? Let's get the chat going. Give me something to talk about. Let's do it. So what can I say? Yes, there is a new podcast that just came out. We got Lisa in the building. How are you, Lisa? Good to see you. I saw Tiffany before. Wanda, Chiquita Benita, finally got a chance to meet her, and now I forever need her, is in the building. How are you? I don't know who else is there. I think Kay is making popcorn. I heard the popcorn pan come out, and I heard some crackling down there. I think she knew I was about to go live. Kay makes really good pizza and really good popcorn, and I'm going to have to wait for it a little bit. Just barely got this done in time. Had to edit the podcast, then I had to get the podcast going, and then I had to get these questions going. You know what I mean? I had to come up with these questions. You guys think that's easy to come up with these questions every week? It's not that easy. Hold on. Daniel, so I did hear that you got a little sick after the cruise, under the weather a little bit. I hope you're feeling better. I hope that kind of sorted itself all out. You seem like you're back in action. Sandy's screen is buffering. Wanda said hers is not. Anybody else buffering? How are we looking? Are we buffering? Are we healthy? Is the stream looking good? Are we doing okay? Let me know. We got 15 people in the mix. So Daniel did have COVID-19. Never good. You know, it's crazy because you don't. Sandy keeps freezing. Is everybody freezing? I'm looking at my stream. It says excellent condition. Lisa's all good. Sandy, you gotta pay your bills over there, Sandy. I don't know what's going on. Big shout out to Sandy. Can we celebrate something? Sandy and Carol are embarking on a celebration cruise, a Carnival Celebration cruise that I am probably just excited about as they are. I'm excited for them to check out the ship. We are doing the group cruise on Carnival Celebration, and I'm excited. I'm excited because that's going to be a bunch of us who will have had a lay of the land. We'll have had a lay of the land, and we will know what's going on. And I would also be excited to find out that Sandy is in charge of throwing a pajama party. Sandy's going to throw a pajama party on the cruise. So Sandy, I'm sure, and Carol, we're talking about maybe the summer landing. I think that's a pretty good spot for it, but we'll see. We'll see. AJ's in the building. Wow, you got a 17 days cruise countdown? Damn, that is beautiful. Wait, Wanda, yours is out of the mix too? I thought everybody else was okay. I got excellent condition here. It's looking like it's good. I don't think we have too many issues on our end. I don't know. Anybody else having issues with the stream? Lisa says it's good. So Daniel only had some minor symptoms. Well, that's good because, I know we're in a different era when it comes to COVID-19. I know it's not necessarily the level of scariness that it once was, but still, when you see that positive and you know what has happened, yeah, it's alarming, and we're glad to hear that the symptoms were light, and we're glad to hear that you are looking, feeling, sounding better, everything else. Details to follow regarding the pajama party. Scott is late to the party. Scott is here. No keyboard setup this time, but welcome to the party, Scott. I don't know what's going on. People are saying that the audio's good, but things keep freezing. I'm not sure why. Maybe we're having Wi-Fi issues on this end, but I'm looking at the stream. It says excellent connection. I don't know. Kimbo's cruising is hopping on Oasis of the Seas in 4 days. That is a phenomenal ship. Have you been on that ship, Kimbo? Have you enjoyed that ship, Oasis, yet? If you have, when? Was it amplified? Was it not amplified? Tell us what your experience was on Oasis. Can't go wrong. Also, let us know what ports you're going to. So yeah, it was a little taxing. I was on the treadmill earlier today, so I was trying to book a cruise for Snap Cummins earlier today, and we got that done. Royal Caribbean is being a little wacky when it comes to being travel agent friendly. It's just not. They seem to want to throw obstacles in your way. You know what I mean? So that's not necessarily the important thing. But the important thing is I just spent basically 2.5 hours trying to book a cruise that was basically, let's just call it what it is, a small booking. But so appreciated. Every time I get the chance to book a cruise now, I appreciate the experience. That's all I could say. AJ, 66 days until Harmony of the Seas. I would have no problem right now. I know we have some extravaganza veterans. Daniel Fields, we have Alfred, we have Wanda, we had Tess before. I would like to know some of your thoughts. I put out, I don't want to call it a hit piece, but I did put out a podcast just about an hour ago that was a little bit rough on the proverbial breakaway ship. I did talk about the things that I did like. I know people, I am at the risk of, sounding like a complaining person when it comes to cruising. I'm not worried about that anymore. I did disclaim it. I said I love the cruise. I love the sailing. I love meeting a bunch of people. I did mention people by name that are in this chat. But at the same time, that cruise was not without issue. And if you guys want to talk about that a little bit, I would welcome the extravaganza breakaway issues discussion as well. Wanda says she's cruising in 56 days on Carnival Sunrise. When you sail in the Carnival Sunrise, we already know the previous name to that ship was the Triumph. A great class of cruise ships. That's the Conquest class, and it's a phenomenal class. Well, actually, it's the Sunshine class now. So, this is the first time cruising on Oasis for Kimbo's Cruising. Now, all I'll say is just soak in the entertainment. Jazz on 4. All the places that you can go on that ship to just get top-notch entertainment around every corner. That's the place to be for that. Holy crap, us as users can cut clips out of this video and save them now. This could be good. See the scissors icon, everyone. Yeah, you know what? But people are busy. They have things to do. To take this dumb live stream and spend time cutting clips out of it, I don't know. Is that what you want to do with your Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Friday, Tuesday, any of the nights? Moonlight Adventures in the building. Howdy to you too. So Wanda did go on and give her full review. I don't want to necessarily give my full review on the live stream. You could definitely check the podcast for that. Always be booked anywhere you like to listen to podcasts. Yeah. Carol, I think they're going to sort it out, though, the thing is. I think, Carol says we have her nervous for booking an NCL cruise for 2024. I think the truth is they're going to sort it out. That's the beauty of capitalism. They're going to get a lot of complaints, and a lot of the stuff that they did or didn't do, I believe, is very, very fixable. So I think they're going to have to take care of that, and I believe that they will. Daniel says that cruise was basically understaffed and understocked on so many things. That's true. I didn't mention that in the podcast. They were understaffed. They ran out of things. They ran out of limes in some cases. They ran out of, how do you run out of spiced rum? I heard someone say they ran out of Chardonnay on the last night. How do you run out of Chardonnay shipwide? Smaller ships too. I love smaller ships too. And Wanda, that ship is going to have so much energy. Those older, smaller Carnival ships, they know what they're up against. They know they don't have all the bells and whistles, so they put the best cruise directors, the best entertainment on those smaller Carnival ships, and I'm jealous because you're going to have a great time. AJ says, I have so much to say about the breakaway, but we have to set up a time for me to be on Thursday Conversation or something. Okay. Well, AJ is going to be on the show. Apparently, we'll do a Thursday Conversation. AJ, I think that's a good idea. You had some good thoughts on the ship, and we didn't speak or see each other towards the end, and I would love to get the full rundown. Tess said, definitely issues. All have been mentioned by you and or Clayco. Sharon at Sea. Many disappointments. Had a great time because of the people, but have no reason to try NCL again. See, I disagree with that, but you have the right to your opinion, Tess. I have no issues with you thinking that you don't need to be on NCL anymore. I have been on 10 or 11 NCL cruises, and every one of them I've had a blast, including this one. But yes, there were issues, and I'm hoping they're going to be able to fix them. Your live is helpful to most of us. I appreciate that, Kimbo. That's, part of the reason why we're here and part of the things that we're trying to do, so I appreciate it. Sandra, do you think this is for all NCL ships or a one-off? No, you heard it in the news. You heard about all the cuts that they were doing. You heard about all the things that they were talking about regarding cutting staff. And you already know that they have been known to be a cruise line that tends to nickel and dime here and there. So for those reasons, I think the issues that are current are fleet-wide. These are policy issues. But again, I am still confident that they will fix the glitches because, again, if they don't, they're going to fail. And that's, like I said, the beauty of capitalism will have this thing fixed. They ran out of Michelob Ultra. Kimbo's Cruising says as well. Even the premium lines are having some of these issues right now, Scott says. Sunrise. Carol, I know you love the Sunrise. You've been on the Sunrise, and I remember you saying that you've had a blast on the Sunrise. I believe that was the one. Was that the one out of New York? Oh, no, that was the Magic, right? Not sure if I remember, but I do remember that you sailed on Sunrise and you loved it. Wanda said, I bet most of the issues will be fleet-wide for NCL, i.e. the muster drill. It was funny. We were on the Royal Caribbean Freedom of the Seas, and we were going past the Norwegian Pearl, and we were seeing, as we were driving by the Pearl, we saw everybody lined up on the promenade deck, lining up for the muster, and I couldn't help but, my mind, I'm watching it, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I remember that. And I remember, a proverbial friendly suckers to all you guys who had to go through that in-person muster drill because Royal Caribbean is still mercifully allowing us not to have to do that. Brett says, I did not like how the pool on the breakaway was 6 foot 9 inches deep all the way around. Hope all NCL ships are not like that. Yeah, that's an issue too. You want to have your area where you could dive into, but you also want to have your area where you can relax and stand comfortably. And it sounds like I didn't end up in the pool on this ship. I didn't spend much time on the pool deck. It was just very, very cramped. Sandra says, I always loved NCL, but haven't cruised them since before COVID. Yeah, issues. And I'm hearing issues on your beloved Prima too, Sandra. But again, it's not surprising to me. It's a cause and effect thing. Frank Del Rio has come out and said a lot of disparaging things as far as what they think they're going to charge and what they're going to get for their cruising and how they're going to make money by cutting costs and charging more and this and that. And it's got to a level where it's sort of egregious. And I think that's what's going on, and I think it's going to be fixed. Tess says, I get that, Tommy, but the cost of that cruise was much more than I pay on Carnival. So for now, no, not saying forever. I agree, Tess. I agree. It'll be a minute before I do another Norwegian, but I will eventually do another Norwegian. I do have confidence that they will fix these issues, and there are issues. That's what's great about cruising. Plenty of other cruise lines to try, says Wanda. Couldn't have said it better, Wanda. You're 100% right. Sunrise was Carnival Celebration. What does that mean, Carol? What's celebration? Was that one of those anniversary cruises? Items they were out of a lot. The Prima. The Prima I'm hearing is a little weird with the service as well. and I'm hearing a lot of the venues on Prima are a little tight. This is what I'm hearing, but it's very expensive. But they are putting a lot less people on the Prima, so there's that. So you're thinking, well, from what I heard, the Prima is supposed to be not the biggest ship, but purposefully they're charging more so they don't have to crowd it. Wanda says the staff. No, I'm sorry. I missed something here. Wanda says, I don't like that the adult deck area is an extra charge on NCL, not on Carnival. Well, yeah, the adult deck. You're talking about the beach. What's it called? Forgot what it's called, but I know what you're saying. That what's it called again? Not Bimini Beach. Forgot what it's called. But yeah, that's an upcharge area. And yes, Carnival has the Serenity. But even if you take those areas out and just talk about the free section of where you can kind of navigate your way for free, Norwegian just doesn't have any space. Carnival does have space. My phone doesn't ring all day. I start a live stream. It literally has not stopped buzzing, texting, ringing, whatever else. Tess says the Toad in the Hole lunch buffet was amazing. So were the Italian sandwiches. Kimbo says, I appreciated the staff that we had to help. Yes, I said that too in my podcast that maybe you'll listen to. The staff was great. Moonlight Adventures, I was listening to Edna earlier. She was saying that the crew was not very attentive either. Cruising for Food, Wanda says the staff there were working their butts off and still friendly under the circumstances. I could not agree with that more, Wanda. I noticed that and mentioned it too. Sandra said, I've cruised with Carnival for about 6 years, so I'm curious to see how this cruise is. Still excited. Yeah, it's different. It's a wild, wild cruise ship, Sandy. It's a crazy, wild cruise ship that you're not going to be without issue. There's going to be issues. There's going to be moments where you're like, but the good on that ship is going to far outweigh the bad. Carnival's 50th anniversary, right? That's what I thought you might have meant. I just wasn't sure. Cruising for Food says Carnival and Princess are my favorites right now. I've never been on a Princess cruise. I got to check it out. Tiffany, the cruising diva, is in the building, and she just says the Vibe. The Vibe Beach Club. Good call, Tiff. The Vibe. That's what she's talking about. You got to be a little more complete with your little random thoughts out there, Tiff. Come on, work with me a little bit. Michael Bailey's watching. Tiff, I saw that. I don't know if you heard the Patreon, but I think that was a joke. Michael Bailey's real estate, his real estate ad on Zillow. That was a complete joke and an advertisement, a funny, cute, coy advertisement. A little deceptive, though. I agree with you. A little deceptive, a little weird. Sandy says, Cruising Carnival has always been my favorite line. Haven't tried Princess yet either. Definitely. You hear all the things you hear about Princess, that it's on the older side. So, we'll see. NCL has a ton of space on the Deck 8 Promenade, but people don't use it. Discovery Princess last year, so much fun. I look forward to some adult areas only. I did not know that about NCL. Yes, the Vibe Beach Club. It's an upcharge. $200 for an open pass, right? Scott wants us to move along. Scott is elbowing us or shoving us to get into the trivia. All right, we'll do that. Question 1. Name the newest Royal Caribbean Oasis class ship that is under construction. There's a Royal Caribbean ship that is under construction. Which is it? See the way I snuck that in? Scott, ask and you shall receive. I realize it is getting close to 8:30, so we better get into the trivia. You are correct. Big shout out to the Ship Show. Don't forget, the Ship Show is on after this. I don't know if it's 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes after this, but it is on after this. Go to the Ship Show channel on YouTube and check them out. Icon is not a Oasis-class ship. Sandy and Carol, good guess, but that is not an Oasis-class ship. There is another Oasis-class ship. Lasagna. Boom! Tiffany is on the board. The next Oasis class of ship, the next Oasis ship is the Royal Caribbean Utopia of the Seas. AJ got it as well. Tiffany, from what I saw, got it first. Good call, Tiffany. We'll move to the next question. There was an argument on our last cruise, a mini argument. We were just at dinner, And some people seem to think that that was going to be another Icon class. It was going to be Icon, and then Utopia was going to be another Icon class of ships. But no, the Icon is the Utopia. I wonder how many more Oasis class of ships they're going to make. Do you think they're going to continue on with Oasis ships, or do you think that's going to be it? All right. Which Royal Caribbean Freedom class ship hasn't been amplified? We know there's 3 of them. 2 of them have been amplified, and we're wondering which one is. Which one is not amplified? Moonlight Adventures has a B2B with MSC on the Meraviglia, 14 days. Wow. Of course, it's going to be amazing. You're going to have a blast. And yeah, we're all pretty jealous of that. Liberty is amplified, Scott. So that is not correct. Good try. Liberty is amplified. Wanda, good try. Tiffany, wait, everybody's saying Liberty. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Somebody confirm that, because Scott got it right. If it's Liberty, and we're out here maybe screwing up trivia. Let's see. Liberty is not amplified. All right, so is it Independence? Hold on. Screeching halt. All right, everybody's saying Scott's right. We're going to put Scott right. I don't have to be right. I got to get it right. I was under the impression that Liberty was amplified and Independence was not. Got delayed by COVID. All right, we're going to go with that. I'm going with it. My apologies. Yay, Scott. We got a 2-way tie between Tiffany and Scott right now. Which ship was the last corporate? What was the last corporate partnership Carnival had for a sports bar? Carnival had partnered up with a sports bar, and across their fleet, it was named a special type of sports bar, named after the company. What was that corporation? What was that partnership? I do apologize, because I did come up with a bunch of questions. I usually like to think that I know the answers to the questions. I usually try to verify them. Today was a little hectic. I didn't get a chance to do that. So I went on what I thought it might be. Clearly, the cruise coach is off his game today. All right. What do we got? Skybox, no. Zone, no. Heroes, no. No Skybox. It's a corporate partnership with a company. Boom, AJ got it. AJ, EA Sports. AJ is on the board. EA Sports used to be the partnership Carnival had for its sports bar. They dissolved, and no mas. All right. Question number 4. Name the oldest ship in the celebrity fleet. All you celebrity fans out there, Scott, you should get this one. The oldest ship in the celebrity fleet, what do we got? Kimbo got it right. Little late. AJ had the jump on you. Good job, AJ. AJ, you're a little quick this week, huh? It's in the game. Scott, I mean, yeah, if you name all the ships, you're going to have the right answer. But Scott is correct. The Millennium, Scott is on the board, and he has 2. We have somebody who has 2. Scott has pulled ahead of the field. Who's a fan of Celebrity? Does anybody recommend Celebrity? Tess, now you're off the map, Tess. You're naming Royal Caribbean suffixes on a Celebrity ship, which is pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. All right. So we have 4 in. Scott has 2. Tiff has 1. AJ has 1. We're moving on to question number 5. What is the only walk-in bar on Coco Cay? The only walk-in bar on Coco Cay. Uh-oh. I recommend Celebrity, any class ship, even unrevolutionized. I don't even know that that's the name, revolutionized. Sandy, I don't think Celebrity would do it for you. I think you're going to need more than a Celebrity. Sandy, I personally think you'll need more than a Celebrity. What is the only walk-in bar on Coco Cay called? Coco Bar? That's a great guess, Tess. I would say that that's a great guess. I love this bar. That's a good guess, Wanda, but I know that's a joke guess because you don't have the answer, and that's fine. That's fine. South Beach Bar is not the answer. And remember, this is a walk-in bar. This is not a stand-up stand. This is not a pool bar. This is not a swim-up bar. This is the only walk-in. You walk into the bar, and you're in a venue on Coco Cay. Do I have you guys with this? I know somebody will start Googling right now. Oasis Bar is not correct. It's indoors. This is an indoors bar. Now you got that song in my head. We got winners. We got losers. Chain smokers and boozers. Captain Jack's is not inside. You could make the argument that it's kind of walk-in, but no. It's not an inside bar. There is, you're outside. You're basically in a plaza, but that's a good guess. No, I'll give you a hint. If nobody answers it soon, I will do a hint. What do you guys think? Do you think Jenny's going to quit travel agency stuff? Do you think Jenny is going to quit being a travel agent? Big topics over at La Lido Loca, or as I call Tony, Cruise Rogan. Wacky Seagulls. Scott has the answer correct. Scott is starting to pull away with this thing. Scott, you clearly got on the internet, and I can't get mad at that. After nobody gets it for 4 or 5 minutes, 6 minutes, I don't mind that you went online and you searched it. I get it. It is what it is. Bar at the Beach Club, no. Scott got it. Chill Grill is not a bar. Chill Grill is a barbecue joint that has sandwiches. Thank you, Tess. I got more. Skipper's is also a grill. Skipper's and Chill are the barbecue stands. Hot topic, right, Marcia? Jenny is not quitting the travel business. You heard it from Wanda. Wanda weighs in with her reporting, her sideline reporting. She's here to tell us that Jenny is going to stay a travel agent. All right, we're going to move on. Scott has 3, so we're going to question number 6. Guys, you got some work to do. No, that's not necessarily true, Wanda. We got some time. He's only up by 2, and we got 5 questions left, right? All right. Where is Mallory? Yeah, where is Mallory? And Tiffany's kind of quiet in this one, too. I know she's here, but she's kind of quiet. For being the person who won the relaunch of this, she's kind of quiet during this one. All right, here we go. Question number 6. If I am a venue called Lick Me Till I Scream, where am I?
Lick Me Till I Scream?
If I am a venue called
Lick Me Till I Scream?
Where am I? It's a very popular place. Suites. Boom. Okay, now it's getting ugly. Scott may be pulling away right now. You're on Virgin Voyages. Tess, if you were just a little earlier, you could have kept this thing still wide open. Same with Sandy. Same with Lisa. Same with Wanda. Same with Alan. Same with Brett. You guys are getting it, but Scott was quick. And I got to give it to Scott because Scott didn't have the wherewithal to Google the wacky seagull. Not mad at it. All right. Question number 7. Which cruise ship currently sails from Mobile, Alabama? Which cruise ship sails from Mobile, Alabama right now? Hint, it's a Carnival cruise ship. Which cruise ship sails from Mobile, Alabama? Sweet home, Alabama. I just drove through Mobile. I was hoping to see the cruise ship, but I didn't. It wasn't in port when I was there, but I did drive right past the cruise terminal on I-10. Wanda, that's all right. We're having fun out here, Wanda. We're having fun. Okay, so here's the thing about this question. Since I got 3 different answers. Scott, I don't think you're right about this. I don't think it's the Spirit. But the thing is, and I'm an asshole, I don't know the answer. I know for a while it was the Fantasy. And I think it's the Elation, but the Elation is under dry dock. But I need someone to help me with this answer. We got the Glorian, Elation. We got Ecstasy. Scott doing his thing where he gives 2 answers. And I threw my phone away. I threw my phone on the side because it kept ringing. So if anybody has the answer to this. Liberty? That's a broke-ass ship right there without the... well, you made that up, Wanda. So this is one of the things where this is going to be like... we self-answer these questions. Sometimes that happens, and that's what's happening right now. So I do apologize. I am going to need a little bit of assistance with this one. We do have a bunch of answers up, and I do believe the answer is in right now. Definitely Spirit. Sandra, the Fantasy was scrapped about a year ago. The Fantasy was melted down and is probably in your 6-pack can of Diet Coke. All right, Spirit. We're going with Spirit. And the winner, I wouldn't have thought that. So the winner for that one is Scott. Scott got the answer to that question. And, I mean, this is a drubbing. The Super Bowl was very, very close. This trivia this week is not close at all. And Scott is probably going to win this one. But we're still going to carry out the trivia and continue with the fun to see where it goes. Because, hey, listen, let's see who comes in second. We have Tiffany with 1 and AJ with 1. Wait, hold on. Now, AJ saying Ecstasy. Multiple people are saying the Spirit. AJ saying Ecstasy. Gloria's in New Orleans. Okay. Elation is back in Jacksonville. That sounds right. All right, we're gonna play this one under protest. We're gonna get back to you. I will post the answer tonight, but I think we all can agree at this point regarding the actual accurate answer to this question is who the F cares, right at this point? Yeah, we do have some time. John hasn't necessarily, nothing wrong with it. He's got a lot of moving parts. I just sit here like an idiot and ask you a couple of questions. John has a lot of moving parts. John has to find a way to figure out how to get, Larry into the mix. It's tough for the ship show. So there's no problem. And we don't mind waiting for this ship show. I'm in the same boat with everybody else. A good ship show, I'll wait 20, 30 minutes for that. Question number 8. If I am having a drink at the Soggy Dollar, what island am I on? If I am having a drink at the Soggy Dollar, which island am I on? Soggy Dollar. I know the answer to this one. Yeah, no, it's not criticism at all. He knows it. John is all of our heroes, Wanda. John is our leader. John is our hero. Scott answers right again. Tortola. Scott is always very competitive in these trivia games. Scott always kills it on these trivia games. But why is this such a drubbing now? Why is he killing it so bad right now? Out of control. All right. Question number 9. Are we ready? Test not Grand Turk. It is Tortola. Bread is not the Virgin Islands. Even if it was, you'd have to be a little more specific than that, unfortunately. But I appreciate everybody trying. Scott had the right answer. Tortola. More specifically, let's do that. Bonus. I will take a point away from Scott. And Scott, don't answer this if somebody can answer what the actual island is. The island nation is Tortola, but it's a specific island within the Tortola chain that this particular bar is on. If you could do that, I'll take a point away from Scott. I'm sure Scott won't mind. Scott, no reason to sit out. This is the game. It's hot out here. Yes, Wanda is very comedic. I do know that. Sorry that you're not good at trivia, but this is for fun anyway. Feel free to do your comedy, stylings on this show too. Satola, British Virgin Islands. Yes, AJ, Tortola was the right answer. Scott had already said it, but there's a specific island within Tortola that this bar sits on, and I'm putting it open to you guys. Since we do have some time, I would like to know if anybody could tell me where the Soggy Dollar is, the specific island around Tortola that this island, because it's not on the actual island of Tortola. Tortuga is not correct. That is a country music festival in Fort Lauderdale. A lot of fun there. We got winners. We got chain smokers and boozers. Check out my buddy Graham on AMP every day, Eastern time. I think it's 11 to 4, if I'm not mistaken. Does a great job on AMP. Great show. Trying to take a point away from Scott for you guys to even the playing field a little bit. Doesn't look like anybody's going to come up with this answer. Scott knows it. Scott's at home with his hand up. Me. Alfred is not right. Alfred, we already know. It is Tortola. But it's an island within Tortola, near Tortola. I'm going to let Scott answer it. BVI is the chain of islands. All right, Scott, tell him. Find Scott. Tell him you can answer it. Let him know if we're not going to get... I mean, you guys can't even look this up. We have plenty of time. Nobody could even look this up. Let him know, Scott. Waiting for Scott's answer. Or maybe we should just move on to question number 9. You looked it up, Wanda? What'd you get? Bellevue per Google? No. Well, the one in Tortola, in the area of Tortola, it's an island called Joost Van Dyke. Joost Van Dyke. The island, not the sexual preference. All right, moving on. Question number 9. Carnival has a concept that offers candy and other sweets. What's it called? If you want candy and some sweet stuff in a particular venue on a Carnival cruise ship, what is the name of that venue? Scott, you said it like 6 times. I don't see it there. I don't see Joost van Dijk. That's all right, though. I didn't see it either as well. Wanda is on the board. Cherry on top. I got Wanda first, and then a bunch of people answered right after it. I see that, Tess got it, Scott got it, Carol got it. But on my stun, Wanda came up first. So we're going with Wanda on that. Tiffany has 1. AJ has 1. Wanda has 1. Scott has 6. 6. So we have one more. We have one more. Let's make it fun, all right? Let's make this fun. Oh, you got bumped. So, Lisa, maybe the chat did skip because Scott said he answered that too as well. Not really sure what happened, but it does happen. Chat does skip sometimes. All right. You're not a loser. You got a point. That's too bad. You got a point. You did great. Accept your point. You deserve it. Joost van Dijk. Yes. Kimbo's cousin. All right. Here we go. Premium champagne at cherry on top. We're going with question number 10. This is the final question, and this will mercifully come to an end. This one's been a bit of a disaster, as we know. AJ comes in with cherry on top. You are correct, but you are not first. Sandra concurs with me. So, sorry, Wanda. You got no choice. You got to get the point. Question number 10. If you were eating or drinking at Irish Kevin's, which port would you be at? There's a place called Irish Kevin's. It's a very, very legendary, popular bar, popular watering hole, eating place. Here's a hint. It's Irish, and it is on a particular, is it at a particular port of call, a very popular one. Which one is it? If you were eating or drinking at Irish Kevin's, which port would you be at? Sorry, Wanda. Scott, of course, and he just... See, Scott, you're quick, too. You just beat these people out. Brett was right on your heels. Check on that for me, Sandra. Scott was first on that. Not that it matters, because everybody knows it. We got Brett has it. Lisa has it. Scott, to me, on my list, had it first. So we're going to go with Scott. Wanda, look at you out there still trying. All right, well, you wish you were Irish. Wanda, you should not wish you were anything whatsoever besides exactly what you are. Sandra concurs. Scott is first, and that's it. That is it. All right, well, we got about 10 minutes before the ship show gets going, and we are going to wrap this up. I think we had fun. I think we did well. I think everybody did a good job, and I think it was a good run for this particular round of trivia. We are, again, going to do this every week, as we know. If anybody else has anything else going on, or we have anything else on the table to discuss. I thought you threw the keyboard out, Scott. I thought you said that this week. How do you know that, Wanda? Did you do a 23andMe? Yeah, big congratulations to Scott. And I think all this means is that people have to step up their game. I don't want to wreck Scott's shine. If he's going to be this good, he shouldn't dull his ability to answer. I think we should, as cruise fans, step up. We need Scott to be on a cruise so he doesn't show up to a live, and then everybody else will have a chance. Wanda says she did do the DNA test thing, and that's how she knows she is Irish. Awesome. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wash up. I'm gonna groom a little bit. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm going to have a drink, and then I'm going to get ready for the ship show. Definitely check out the ship show live stream. They crush it over there. It's a very, very entertaining show. If you don't already know that, definitely check. Daniel, I do appreciate you listening, even though you weren't able to participate because you were working. Kimbo's Cruising was out of the mix because he thinks he got paused. And yes, Sandy and Tess and Carol and Wanda, everybody got to get together and talk about what's going to happen in October at Pirates and Pier Runners Part 3. Scott, thank you so much. Good to see everybody. Boat drinks.